What is up, guys? Welcome back to the video. Today's going to be a short one. I'm going to try to keep it between 5 and 7 minutes, talking about the top 7 things not to do as a BMX beginner at the local skate park. So let's get started. All right, so we're first going to talk about the riding gear. Matt is our model today. We have a good helmet, shin pads, ankle pads, and knee pads, and your riding shoes. But let's first talk about, I guess, the first thing, your shoes. Because not all kids are always going to wear knee pads. You should wear a helmet, but if you do, it should be a 888 Sweat Saver certified. That's what he's wearing. That's what I have over there. Let's talk about the shoes. So Matt is rocking some Vans BMX shoes. Now Vans has been in the BMX game for a long time, since 1966 from what I can recall. But at the end of the day, I have opted not to ride Vans because they just don't last for me as a rider. Some riders absolutely love them. Some riders live by other shoe brands such as Nike and Adidas. I am a diehard Etnies fan now because I bought a few pairs and they have lasted me so much longer than a pair of Vans. So with that being said, ride the shoes that best fit you, but don't ride in basketball shoes, running shoes, baseball cleats. You don't want to ride in any of those things. High heels, definitely don't do that. Yeah, sandals, none of that stuff. So yes, the proper riding attire. Let's go over it one more time. All right, Matt's got on proper riding shoes, ones that won't necessarily hurt his feet on the pedals. He's got ankle guards on to protect his ankles. Knee pads, shin pads is gonna pop on, and a proper riding helmet, even though it's not fastened to his chin.
It's tight enough.
It's tight enough. All right, so every single skate park has a flow. What I mean by a flow to it is a proper rotation, I guess you would say, of where the riders go. You'll be able to recognize this when you go to a skate park and you see people riding. You'll be able to see the direction that the flow goes. So we don't really have that many people at the skate park, but I'll show you some flow I guess you would see normally in a bowl, and then we'll talk about the upper level and then the lower level down there. All right, so with a bowl like this, you want to make sure that there's nobody else in there because it's really hard to judge somebody's direction when they're riding. So when he's riding around, he already finds his direction, exactly where he wants to go. If anybody else was to drop in, it would create some type of a collision, and recognizing the flow of a rider before you dropping in on them is probably the best thing you should do. Obviously, he likes to carve left the whole time, and you want to make sure you find out which direction you want to carve before dropping in a bowl. So on the upper level, it kind of goes without saying, if there's nobody up here, you can create your own direction of flow here up on the upper section, but there is an etiquette to be known. So if there is a bunch of people, riding this mani pad or that ledge over there, then you kind of want to keep to your own area and maybe possibly only ride that if somebody else is feeling comfortable with you riding that. So don't necessarily cut into people or any of that stuff. Now the upper flow is pretty easy. The lower flow is going to be a little bit different here at the skate park because you are going to have people trying to hit up this rail, hit up the ledges, which kind of will mess with people's flow here on the China bank. So you always want to be able to recognize the direction that somebody's going. So if you see somebody coming at this rail, you're not necessarily going to want to come at that China bank because you want to make sure they have the ultimate focus here on the rail. And same thing with you. You want to make sure you have the ultimate focus hitting the section you want to hit. So let's talk about, I guess, the lower flow section over here where there are a couple skaters and rollerbladers, and we'll talk about their flow. All right, so this skate park actually only has like one direction of flow. So they were going to put like a concrete bank here at one time to be able to create the direction of flow this way and make it come back to be able to hit these ledges up. Now, it basically just goes around in a circle. People usually just hit this area up, hit this ledge up, go up the China bank, go back around, pump around there, and come this way. So it's kind of the same thing down here as it was up there. If there's nobody riding a general specific obstacle, you can basically, it's free reign. You can just ride anything you want. But if you're already noticing a direction of traffic, you kind of want to keep to that. So if you start to see like skaters or rollerbladers or bikers carving in one direction as in to the left, or if you just mainly want to watch a rider to kind of see their riding style before you just jump into the swing of things. So that's one thing you really got to look out for. And don't be scared to talk to your local community. You talk to your local riders, skateboarders, rollerbladers, introduce yourself. Make sure that you're not necessarily stepping on anyone's toes when you're out here riding. What's one of the most common things you run into at a skate park that you don't like that happens?
Someone coming in and cutting you off when you're trying to get a trick in, and then it kind of ruins your mindset because you might have had it in your head that, oh, I'm going to commit to this trick, and that cut off can just throw everything
ruins your whole mentality.
Yeah.
My whole thing is how do you feel about if somebody waxing a ledge that you're skating at the time?
It ruins the feel of it because you're already used to the ledge and you're already used to the rail as it is.
Yeah.
But if someone waxes it up,
it could hurt you.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Slip out and then your session is over.
Absolutely.
If you land the wrong way.
Hey, can you not do that?
Huh?
So one of the biggest pet peeves of a lot of people here at skate parks is putting your bike, skateboard, scooter, rollerblades, whatever you're riding, putting them down in a bad spot. Like somebody's sessioning a spot, or You're just like, hey, I just want to leave it right here on this ledge. No, that's not how you do things here at the skate park. You want to properly park them grass areas, up against a fence, near a bench of some sort, never on the ledges at the bottom of quarter pipes or a mani pad just like that. So, oh man, let me show you the next one that really irks me. So a common thing at a lot of skate parks when you have a bowl like this or a quarter pipe, kids like to do dropping their bike into the bowl because they are uncomfortable with learning how to drop in, and they'll damage the skate park. That's one thing you don't want to do. Luckily on this bike we have plastic pedals, plastic bar ends, plastic pegs, and a rubber seat, but a lot of these kids that have these bikes will have kickstands and just metal parts grinding right down the bowl corner, and it can damage the skate park, you know, more than this ugly graffiti. That's new. You need Dad to help you out?
How about throwing the bike up the bowl?
Yeah, go ahead, show him what not to do.
Just gonna go.
This is also a bad one. That is an exact example of what not to do.
Oh man.
You damage your handlebars.
Yeah.
Here, I'll take it. Always get a friend to help you out. All right, so the next one is riding with uneven footing. You don't want to do this because it not only puts you off balance, but you can snag that pedal on the ground dropping into a bank, or even worse, a quarter pipe. So riding with uneven footing, see how much closer his foot is to the ground. So if he rode down a bank, he would snag it, possibly go over the handlebars, and especially on a quarter pipe. I know this wouldn't be the perfect demonstration here because this quarter pipe is steeper and you will hit your sprocket anyway, but if he was to ride on a mellower quarter pipe and he had his pedal down, it immediately is going to hit the surface as soon as he starts to ride up and create momentum for him to go forward and flipping over the handlebars. So, yeah, keep those feeties even, whether you're left foot or right foot forward.
Bingo.
All right, so this last one I had trouble, I guess, coming up with a better one, but this is one I see pretty common in a lot of skate parks. A lot of kids like to come here and they don't really know how to go up ramps or what they're doing necessarily because they don't have the, you know, the proper teacher or somebody around them to kind of take them under their wing. They like to ghost ride their bikes, and this is definitely a no-no because not only are you ghost riding your bike, you're harming your bike, but this bike could, you know, land on somebody, hit a kid, hit a baby, and it's not good for the skate park. So you don't want to do this. At least he's doing it in the grass. You don't want to do that. See, originally I was having him like do it here into the grass, but now we got more kids at the skate park and it would have hit somebody and it would have been the proper representation on exactly what not to do here at the skate park. So hope you guys like this video, the top 7 things not to do here at a skate park as a BMX beginner. If you guys have any other suggestions for future videos like this, for intermediates, or even like top 7, top 5 BMX beginner tricks, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. I've got other videos coming out this week. So with that being said, if you guys have any other suggestions, put them in the comments below. If you guys like this video, drop a like. If you love it, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.